Okay guys, I'm back again, this time with a quick look at the Sipik SK68. I've only had this light for a couple of days, so the review is going to come up in a little while, probably more than a month, because I like to test these things to make sure that they're reliable. But this is just going to be a quick preview, going over some of the specs and some of the design elements. So, first off, the specs. This light was listed as a Cree Q5 with 3 modes. For some reason, they sent me a Cree Q3WC with a single mode, which I'm honestly not too pissed about, because the Cree Q3 is a smaller emitter and will give me more throw overall, which I was kind of going for with this little light because it had the spherical head already. Which gives you pretty good throw. Really tight hotspot, as you can see there. Basically projects the LED. You can actually see the design of the emitter itself when in this throw mode. A little small blue ring around it. Has a pretty cool color tint to it. Really bluish, but for $3.76, I'm not really going to complain. Here's your flood mode. Again, has a little small ring around it. Perfect circle. Neither mode gives you any spill. There's virtually no spill. But that's just the nature of these types of lenses. So, 300 lumens from a 14500, which I've been using a Trustfire, which is a pretty low quality cell. I'm pretty sure I can get more realistic output with it, because what I estimate with this cell is somewhere south of 200 lumens instead of the 300. Probably get a little bit more performance with like an AW 14500 or a similar brand. I do have a pretty good nickel metal hydride cell in here right now. It claims 120 lumens with one of those, and I'm using probably the best cell for that. I'm using a Sanyo Inaloop 1900 milliamp hour. Very good cell. I've been using these in most of my nickel metal hydride lights, and they work out pretty well. Just taking a look at the tail section here. I do have a nice little brass spring there, and a power button that you can take apart just in case it shorts out, and that's 90% of the time what goes wrong with these cheap Chinese lights. You can see the small little 2 holes there. You pretty much stick something in there, twist it around. It has plastic threads, and you can work on the switch, which I've had to do with virtually almost every cheap Chinese light I've had. Has pretty nice threads for the money. They're not square threads, they're just regular triangle threads, but they're pretty nicely machined. Look down inside, you can see the positive post there. I guess that's the back side of the driver. Pretty nice machining overall. Has these little heat vanes here, and these work actually pretty good with the 14500. It produces a lot more heat, and I notice it heats up immediately. With some other cheaper lights, the heat sinking isn't very well. It's actually putting a lot of strain on the driver and the emitter itself by keeping the heat in, whereas this light does a good job of extracting it. Right down in there you have your Cree Q3 emitter, which looks a lot bigger than it actually is because of the design of the lens. You can take the head off right here, and you can see just how tiny that Cree Q3 is. A little small aluminum reflector being held up by a plastic piece, but the emitter is sitting on an aluminum peel, which you can see right here. You can twist that out and make any type of adjustments or modifications that you want. So that's just my quick look at the Sipik SK68. Look for the review coming soon. If you want to see a few beam shots, check out my my Instagram account in the description. Thanks again for watching. See you guys later. Peace.